Hello. As father has mentioned, my name is Adrian Cancio Rodriguez. It is an honor to be here giving this speech today in front of all my brothers. If you were telling me 4 years ago I would be at Jesuit, gotten picked up by Jason Everett, or karaoke this girls on fire in front of the whole cafeteria, I wouldn't have believed you. It's funny because I almost went to another local Catholic high school for a girl. I wish I was joking. There are many reasons I didn't want to come to Jesuit. It was expensive, too hard, and of course, no girls. But mainly the big reason was because my grade school crush at the time, Maddie, went to another school. Now looking back at these memories, I am so grateful and blessed to have come here. As I shared, one of the main reasons I didn't want to come to Jesuit was because I felt it was too expensive for my family. I live with my baby brother, my mom, and my abuelita, and my mom is the only one that works in our household. I remember Mr. Matesic visiting my 8th grade class to talk to us about Jesuit. He spoke on the brotherhood, academics, and faith there. And when he told us about Jesuit's financial aid program, I felt like all my problems were solved. But I couldn't stop thinking about Maddie. My 8th grade English teacher at the time, Mr. Finch, knew exactly what was going on with me and told me I would be an idiot if I didn't go to Jesuit. It was at that moment I knew Jesuit was the place for me. My mom and I went to the open house, and that solidified my position and wanted to come here. But little did I know at the time there was so much more to Jesuit. I remember opening my acceptance letter with a great deal of excitement and happiness when I read the words, "Congratulations." My mama and abuelita were crying with joy. But the truth is that summer before Jesuit was a very rough one for me. My time throughout middle school was hard. I developed trust issues as a result of my parents' divorce at a young age. I wasn't very good at socializing and making friends. My family had also been through many financial hardships to the point where we almost lost our house. But that summer, before Jesuit, was the last straw. There was a girl in my class that invited everyone to a graduation party except me. I felt very left out and sad. I suffered from depression and had thoughts of hurting myself, that I was even contemplating suicide. But my mom reassured me and told me I was going to make many brothers at Jesuit. But I didn't believe at the time, but I decided to stick with it, and she ended up being right. Throughout my time at Jesuit, I've had the blessing of making so many brothers and getting to know each and every single one of you. Coming to Jesuit, I was shy, had trust issues, and didn't get girls. Now as a senior, I still don't get girls, but most of you probably would describe me as that same freshman. Freshman year, we became the first freshman class to experience classes in Gadsmar Hall and have convocation in Chapel of the Holy Cross. I entered it knowing barely anyone, except distinctly, I remember Louis Colwright texting me on Snapchat one night, "Sup, bro, you go to Jesuit, right?" Or I remember meeting Zach Reich at basketball tryouts that summer before. One of the highlights of my freshman year was asking out a girl at homecoming. I remember the whole freshman class getting so excited at that football game when she said yes. That was my first experience of Jesuit brotherhood. Later that year, I got a role in the school play as a grandma in the Three Musketeers. I eventually made on the plethora of Snapchat stories, but most of all, I became a Pokemon card. Sophomore year started with a bang when I choked on wire right before I was going to do my Kermit voice in Mr. Freeman's class. Later, unfortunately, COVID put an abrupt end to our in-person learning, but not before witnessing Owen Murtaugh eat a piece of chapstick in chemistry class. That man can eat. No longer, though, were we trying to find ways to stay away from Mr. Mann's soothing voice or find out how rich he was, or able to enjoy Mr. Freeman's classic cooking Instagram stories. Those were the best. Junior year, we were on our way to being leaders at school with the college process and a lot of AP classes near us. Some unfortunately took an AP Science, or AP Language and Composition, and others became masochists by taking both. I'll never forget pulling 2 all-nighters to finish 2 essays in Mrs. Clark's class. This was also my hardest year as my grandpa died. To be honest, I felt lost and sad for a while. I was very angry and bitter with everything in life, and didn't really know how to deal with that pain of losing my second father. But my Jesuit brothers lifted me up. Whether it's your smile or genuine love for me, for the first time in my life, I felt what real brotherhood and love was. For 7 years, I struggled with trust issues as a result of my parents' divorce. But for once, I could finally confide in someone else and was loved. Fast forward to senior year, it's been a roller coaster. Whether it was a college process or wrestling with senioritis, we have all had to overcome our own struggles. I know especially from my family, it was hard because my grandma was in the hospital at the beginning of the year dying of cancer. And I had to be there for my mom and my baby brother and my grandma. but I found the courage and strength to keep pushing forward again thanks to you guys. Man, I'm going to really miss this school. I'm going to miss Brothers Convocation announcements. Game called Hector. Making comments about Ben's heritage, Jonas Muscles, losing to Carter Chris in wrestling, but most of all, Jackson Harlan eating a break. I know it sounds cliche, but you guys have changed my life and helped make me a better man. I can't wait until the day my little baby brother, Mike, in 7 years, can become a Jesuit Tiger too and sharing some experiences. Thank you, and go Tigers!